We've been talking about the COVID from the very beginning and the vaccination and everything, basically. And I've been pretty steadfast on the fact that this is not just a political party thing. Okay, a lot of people think like, in most things that are political, there's one side that is on the right side, and then there's on the left side. And then they just sit there and yell at each other. And I think the interesting thing about this whole thing with the vax and the COVID rollout and everything like that is there's people on both parties that hate each other. Yep, okay, so this isn't just necessarily a party thing. This is a big issue. You're either a pro-vax or an anti-vax, or you're a COVID promoter, or you're somebody who doesn't believe COVID even exists. Okay, so and this is not me saying this, I'm just observing and reporting that these are the humans that are out there. I have somehow managed in my battle with this particular COVID for the last few days to piss off everybody. Okay? The people that are the people that are the big COVID backers, not backers, but you get it. Like the people that have been
take it very seriously.
Very serious. They're mad at me because I'm not taking it serious enough. I'm tweeting, I'm still posting, I'm talking about it. I made an appearance on the show. They're mad at me because I'm giving off the appearances. It's not as bad as it is. Let me tell you, 104.5 degree fever. I'm not sure how much fucking worse it could be. I was close to brain damage having that happen. I just choose to enjoy my life no matter what's going on, even though I will say COVID has been an absolute fucking miserable bitch to deal with. So those people are mad at me because I wasn't taking it serious enough in their eyes, okay? Then there was the other side was mad at me because they don't even believe COVID exists. So the fact that I was even saying, hey, I got this is what I'm experiencing, this is what my life is like, they're mad at me as well. So it seems like in getting sick, I did piss off everybody. Another day in the life, happy to be okay. And from what I read, it seems like I think everybody on Earth is going to be getting this thing. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure. But from what I've read, it feels like this Delta variant, in which they said does spread as fast as possible, is going to spread as fast as possible. And I think this is something that we're all going to have to deal with. Hopefully, if you're vaccinated, you'll deal with it a lot easier and better. And if you're not vaccinated, do whatever the fuck you got to do. Your life just might be absolutely miserable. I would recommend, because I still have my taste, I still have my smell. I'm 5 days removed from this thing. I feel good. I would not go back and change anything aside from whoever the fuck gave me COVID. I would have stayed away.
Absolutely.
I can't thank you all enough for, kind of lifting me up when I was down. All the tweets, all the texts, all the messages, all the DMs. You guys doing the show, you have no idea. Watching the show from the COVID cave was a great sense of relief and, like a little mental vacation for me. So I appreciate you guys so much, but it is great to fucking feel where I feel right now as opposed to how I felt a couple days ago.
Great to have you back, Pat.
Fucking fantastic. Feels like a real show again.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? AJ's not going to be here because he's at a golf outing.
Oh,
jeez. This guy. What's he got one every goddamn week?
Well, he's trying to save the world. That's what he's got to do. He's got to save the world, and hopefully he'll be able to do that. We will take some phone calls. 1-833-4-McAfee. Go ahead and call the 5-Hour Energy phone line. Can't wait to chat with the people. And by the way, I thought about the phone lines, a lot.
Yeah.
I've thought about a lot while you're kind of, like, I'm on house arrest right now.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Like, that's what I'm on house arrest right
Absolutely.
now.
Martha Stewart.
My wife and Martha, a little bit different. She got rich off of the reason why she got house arrested.
True.
I kind of much different, but I get it. Yeah, very similar. I don't have an ankle bracelet on, and I didn't just befriend Snoop because of it. But I've had to think about a lot of things. The phone calls, I'm going to be nicer to these callers.
Really?
That's not what should happen.
Are you positive?
Yeah, well, I was positive, and that led to me being house arrest, and then that led to me thinking, I'm going to be a little bit more positive with these callers, I think. I'm going to give them a little bit more of a chance. I'm going to let them go ahead and breathe and talk, and that's going to be the new me out here whenever I handle the 5-Hour Energy phone line. Sound like it?
Yeah,
well,
to counteract
I don't know
it,
if that's the way to go.
Yeah, to counteract it, can you bring the hammer very swiftly and hardly when these people do inevitably, drag on and give 15 shout-outs and ask for a happy birthday?
Yeah, and then, by the way, if we tell them to shut the fuck up, nobody wants to hear it, then we're the terrible people, and not them ruining our show, by the way. No, not the people that we have built up this show, literally minute, hour, mile, build this thing up so you can come on and shit all over it and be terrible and make our show come to an exact halt because you want to give a shout out to somebody. We don't even know if they're real or not.
Nope. True.
But we're mean because we're not nice. You know what? Maybe I'll play it by ear. I had a lot of thoughts maybe during this COVID cave that won't be real. For instance, I was going to start working out every morning. This morning, guess what? Didn't start. Didn't start, so maybe it'll start next week. It is something, though, whenever you're locked in your house and you're not allowed to leave. For the first few days, my wife and I, we were trying to quarantine away from each other. We made a mistake. We made a fatal mistake. We moved something. In that particular something, I guess there wasn't an immediate hand wash afterwards. It was almost like she knew too. Immediately, she was like, "Oh no, I shouldn't have done that." She got the next day, she's out of there. So there's been a lot of like hanging out, me and the wife here, in her miserable times and everything like that. I think we need to continue to enjoy life, though.
Yep.
I think that is something we have to continue to do. Life gets put into perspective whenever your life gets kind of taken from you. And by that, I don't mean me losing my life, but I can't even go outside without feeling as if I'm fucking up or letting somebody down or potentially putting somebody in incredible danger. And I don't want them to have to go through what I'm going through. We just need to continue to enjoy life, make sure this show remains a mental vacation for people. And let's try to, embrace the fact that there's a lot more good out there than negative, and we need to continue to look for it. So that's what we'll continue to do out here.